What's going on? Jimmy Mahalik here. In this video, we're going to talk about the second stimulus package that's coming out, how much you're going to get, and how to qualify for it. If you're interested in getting more stimulus update videos, videos on personal finance and how to make money and be an entrepreneur, make sure you subscribe and click the like button down below so you don't miss out on new videos coming out. So first, in this article, as you can see, the House Democrats are proposing a new stimulus offer for Americans, and the bill is expected to include more than $750 billion in aid to state and local governments, as well as direct payments directly to Americans. But it's a lot different between what the Republicans want and what the Democrats want. I can see both sides of the story, so I can kind of give you a middle of the road view of what is being proposed in this bill for this next stimulus package. So, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has suggested that states will need another $1 trillion to cover budget shortfalls. But Republican Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has proposed allowing states to go bankrupt rather than sending them more aid. And whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, I don't think we want the states to go bankrupt. We're going to need more stimulus. If the states go bankrupt, it's going to be complete chaos out there, and I don't think that anybody is going to allow that to happen. And as you can read here, Democrats are looking to spend more across the board that would boost funding for housing, nutrition, and internet in rural areas, places where they don't even have internet, law enforcement, and Medicaid and federal pensions. All these are struggling right now with a lack of funding because the country is, closed down or just coming out of closure. And we're going to need more money to keep things from going bankrupt and going under. But as you can see here, the Republicans are wary of more spending and have advocated for not putting new money in favor of seeing how the existing stimulus spending shakes out in the economy. Now, the $1,200 stimulus that each person got from the first stimulus package is likely already gone for almost everybody. The average American household needs about $4,000 or $5,000 to spend every single month to pay their bills. So $1,200 is less than one half of 1 month of spending, and it's just not going to go very far. We're going to need more. In fact, 74% of people expected the $1,200 to already have been gone and not last, and there's over 35 million people unemployed at the current moment, and more happening every single week. And unemployment can't even keep up. There's been lines out the door, depending on the state, to even file for unemployment. And unemployment state websites have completely crashed because of how many people have been trying to apply for unemployment. The good news is they're starting to open up unemployment to self-employed people such as real estate agents, life insurance sellers, and Amazon sellers. Anybody who's 1099 is now able to start getting unemployment payments depending on the state, whether it's already been passed or not. And basically, what's going on right now is that Democrats want more money for the people and the economy to keep things going. They just want to spend, spend, spend. And the Republicans kind of want to wait and see. And I think we're going to have some type of middle ground, because I don't think we can just spend into oblivion and do trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. We've already spent $2 trillion. But on the other side, I do think that the average American needs money. There's 35 million people out of work, and there's businesses that have literally closed down and are making no sales at all, and they still have bills to pay. So we're definitely going to need more stimulus. The question is, when and how much will it be? And as you can see here, there's actually 3 second stimulus bills that have been proposed in recent weeks. The 3 bills are the Emergency Money for the People Act, which aims to provide $2,000 in monthly stimulus checks to single taxpayers and $4,000 to married couples for up to 1 year. That's $2,000 per month per person. And the bill, of course, is introduced by two Democrats, and this would apply to anybody that makes less than $130,000 per year, with an additional $500 per child up to 3 children, so an additional $1,500 per month. Now, the second proposed bill is actually from a Republican, and it's called the Getting America Back to Work Act. And this would provide for a refundable payroll tax rebate that would cover up to 80% of employer payroll costs applicable up to the median wage. Now that sounds nice, but the problem with this proposed bill is that it doesn't really put money into people's hands right away to buy groceries, to pay for rent, and to pay for immediate needs, or to even pay for your small business and help keep the lights on, the doors open, and have customers coming in the door. This is something that would happen months later and then get you a tax credit, and that doesn't seem like the greatest proposal for immediate money to Americans right now. And then the third act is called the Rent and Mortgage Cancellation Act. And the bill states that rent or mortgage payments would be canceled for a person's primary residence for 1 year with no negative marks going on their credit history. Now, this is actually a really interesting stimulus package because if your mortgage payment is, say, $2,000 a month, that's $24,000 over the course of 1 year that you won't have to pay, and you most likely won't accumulate interest on. And the government will have to pay back the banks or pay them for holding the loans so that they don't go under because they won't be receiving the money for it. So the government would have to basically pay the banks or do something in the background. But for the average everyday American person, this would be pretty good news because it would basically free up your $2,000 a month in cash flow or whatever your monthly mortgage payment is. So let me know down below in the comments whether you think getting the $2,000 a month would be better or not having to pay your mortgage would be better, and the likelihood of either one of these passing. I personally think that there is going to be a second round of stimulus coming. There's going to be some type of stimulus. There almost has to be, because there's just unprecedented 35 million people out of work. And even as the country starts to open back up, things aren't just going to go back to normal instantly. People are going to still try to social distance. They're not going to be going to stores and traveling and all sorts of stuff like they normally would be. And the economy is still going to be suffering because of this. And if businesses aren't making money, they can't pay their employees, or they have to lay off, or they can't even hire more workers, and thus they can't pay their bills, and thus people don't have the money to pay their bills either. So there definitely is going to need to be a second stimulus package. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm going to have update videos for you coming out. There's been some new update talks that I'm going to have new videos for you coming out in the next day or two. Also, let me know down in the comments if you have already gotten your first stimulus payment, and if you've already got it, when you got it. See, there's millions of people out there who haven't even gotten their first stimulus package, and the delay is crazy how some people have got it weeks ago and other people haven't. So let me know down below in the comments if you've already received it. Also on this channel, I teach people how to be entrepreneurs and how to make money selling on Amazon. You can literally replace your 9-to-5 income at home selling products on Amazon. You don't even need to touch the products. You have the manufacturer ship the products directly to Amazon, and they start selling on Amazon's website because Amazon has hundreds of millions of people shopping on Amazon every day. In fact, more than ever now that the quarantine thing is going on. So if you're interested in learning how to sell on Amazon and create a home-based business like this, I will link some videos over here that you can watch. And over here, I'll link some more stimulus videos for you to watch also. If you have any questions, ask me below in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.